I am so impressed by this next business owner. He's found a way to create custom stories for kids, help improve the literacy rate, and the kicker is he can't even drive yet. So let's go inside his classroom and meet the owner of What My Story, Atman Patel. As a busy mom, realtor, and someone who just likes to have fun, I'm always on the go around Baltimore. Whether you're new to the area or you've lived here your whole life, I want to show you my favorite places to eat, play, and live around 21230. I'm Allie Hudler with Compass, and this is the 21230 show. Well, here we are with Atman Patel of What My Story. I'm so excited. Atman, thank you so much for having us. So for those who haven't met you, haven't heard about your business, can you tell us a little bit about you and how you got started?
It starts with Nifty, which actually took place in this classroom. My teacher, Miss McDonald, she runs the course, and it's basically coming up with a business idea that can have a solution to a problem in the world. The problem I thought of was literacy. 1 in 7 people are illiterate.
Wow.
That made me understand how big the problem really is.
Sure.
But then for custom stories, I had to go a lot back. And I'm afraid because all of my friends are gonna see this, but I used to get told stories when I was a kid by my mom specifically. She would tell me she called them teddy bear land stories, and it was basically where I was not on Earth but in teddy bear land world.
Nice.
And she would put in characters, and it was really fun. It made me want to get not into reading, but just listen to her stories.
Sure.
Then she bridged off that into actual books, which is where I started reading. I was like, how can I do that with a business? That's how I thought of custom stories for children.
So tell us, how do you even begin this process? If someone's looking to create a custom story,
you can go to our website at whatmystory.com.
Okay.
Then you can fill out a digital order form there for our actual events, like when we come in person. A great example would be the Christmas extravaganza.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Yeah, that is where we met. That we would have a physical order form, and we would let people fill it out and then give it to us where we can just do it by hand.
That's great. I remember when I first asked you, if we were gonna film the show, where should we film? And you said, well, I don't have a headquarters yet, but we could film, at school or something. And I'm like, this kid is amazing. I don't have it, I just love your mindset. You're just so impressive. So speaking of customers, you have some over here. Would you like to chat with them and maybe give everybody a little background about who they are and how they got started with you?
Yeah, I'd definitely love to chat with my first customers.
Yeah?
Miss Cohen, would you like to come up?
Yeah, of course. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Thanks so much for coming today. Can't wait to hear your perspective as the first customer. So how did you hear about Atman and get started?
I heard about him through a school fundraiser.
Okay.
It was the Pasta Palooza, which is coming up.
Oh yeah.
And they had a silent auction, and so it was one of the gift baskets you could win. And it just said create your own story, and Abby's birthday was coming up, and I was like, oh, what a cool idea. I think stories that'd be awesome. We read books every night to the girls because they're young. I have 2 kids, so they're younger.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. I had to give him some information. My daughter has red hair. She loves her cat. She wears mismatched socks. She likes Paw Patrol. And then all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, whole book was made.
That's awesome.
And it was quick turnaround, reasonably priced. It was mastermind.
Yeah.
We read it all the time, all the books. We have 4 books now.
Okay.
So we like to be a repeat customer. We do, fairies, detectives, sliding down rainbows, a lot of different things. I really like it though, because it has the family come together.
Yeah.
It's not just reading a book from the library. It's Abby hears the book about her.
Yeah.
And she gets excited. She loves it. So, and there's always a little lesson learned at the end, which is super cute.
That's really helpful for kids.
One of the books was about laughter. Always make sure you're laughing, and just it's important to have fun.
Yeah.
And then the most recent one, which we just listened to last night, was you have to be brave and be kind-hearted, and then that's what allowed Abby to fly like Tinkerbell. So it was really cute.
So sweet.
Okay, come here. So what's your favorite part of your first book? The one with the kitty cat with Sammy. You saved your kitty cat.
This one?
I've read
This one?
Yeah.
Here you go.
What's your favorite part?
Saving cat from the tree.
You saved Sammy, our cat, from the tree.
Oh my god.
And how'd you save him?
On a ladder.
On a ladder? we've listened to it a lot.
Yeah.
It's cute, yeah. And we like it. It's a personalized cover. It's cute.
I love that. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Oh, so tell us, once you get the story, I know you have the physical book, but you said you can listen to it too. So how does that all work?
We've listened to it in the car. We've listened to it on my phone at bedtime. We've listened. You also get a song with the story, which I know the main part is the story, but I'm a big fan of some of the songs.
Okay.
Definitely have caught myself humming them before. Definitely sing them in the car, like all the family. Like at one point, there was definitely 4 of us singing to one of Charlotte's
That is so
songs.
fun.
But it's a lot of fun, and we actually there's a toy called a Tony Box,
Okay.
and it allows my daughter to listen to it herself. So we put
great.
it on it, and she can listen to it whenever she wants. So it's awesome.
That's
so she
so
can listen to
nice.
herself, right? Listen to your book.
Stop. Let's see, you have another one.
What's the one from last night? You want to see your new book? Oh, and also, I not only have I bought books for the girls, I gifted some to my nieces for Christmas.
That's great.
And, you know, we didn't really, like I gave some information because Abby's younger, she wanted like a certain story, I guess. But my nieces, I didn't really have as much information. I don't know their day-to-day as much because they live in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And he just ran with it, and both of them loved it.
That's awesome.
We just all sat around, like my brother's family, my mom, we all just sat around listening to it. So it was like a good family thing for the holidays too.
So nice. I feel like,
What's it look like? Ooh. Do you like it?
oh my gosh.
What's it look like?
Wow.
It says Abby and the pink shoes. Do you want to show?
That is so pretty. I love sparkly pink shoes.
And a detective badge on the back.
Oh, that is so exciting. Check that out, Abby. I'm sure you can't wait to go home and read that one.
We didn't listen to the song yet. We're gonna jam out to the song on the way home, right?
That is so cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Awesome. I love it. It's like Wizard of Oz, right? She's a
is
fairy detective in this one.
You said a fairy detective?
Fairy detective, yep.
Heck yeah. Love it.
She flies.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
So cute. Well, thanks so
you.
much, Abby.
I love it. Awesome. You're so great. We'll be a repeat customer for life.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great. Not only, like, even if you don't have kids, you can get it for a niece or a nephew or friends, godchildren, anybody. I feel like it's a really great personalized thing. I think we're always looking for great gift ideas for people, and this absolutely, yes, you should definitely get a personalized book. It's going to mean, a lot and be something that they'll love for years to come.
Not even kids. My mom's birthday's in March. We'll think of something.
Yeah.
I won't give you much information. We'll just see what happens.
Well, I heard there's an adult story here too. I don't know, Evan, do you want to tell us about that one?
About this one.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite stories that I have ever made. He wanted a story because when he was going boating, he tripped on a rope.
Uh-oh.
And, it was a little accident, but his kids would always make fun of him for it. So he wanted this book, and it's about Tony, which is spelled Toknee, and he's like a gangster rabbit. Yeah.
Did they give you the gangster rabbit idea, or that was you?
He was very specific what he wanted in this
Just
book.
curious.
This isn't even a story, it's just a bunch of jokes put with some plot in it. It's such a good story. It's basically a play on words, and I think that this was very fun for him to show his kids.
How long do your stories usually take to read, would you say?
I'd say like 8 to 12 minutes, maybe, depending on like the
good.
book. So it's like perfect timing for little kids before bed.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
It's good. Sometimes I'm reading the same book like 3 or 4 times because I just want to hear it over and over. So that's a perfect length for us. That's really good.
And then you get the song at the end when they fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize that the song came with it. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of ways to add on to the whole experience, and I was like, why not make a song? So
yeah. And do you wrap your books when you're shipping them? Do they all come wrapped?
Yeah, they all come wrapped.
That's exciting.
That was special for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
green and red.
Yeah.
But that's my usual wrapping paper.
I love it.
They also come hand delivered.
Yeah.
Hand delivered.
Yes.
Well, at least in Locust Point or South Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll chat with your teacher too, Miss McDonald, and see what that whole kind of behind the scenes looked like too.
She's definitely my favorite teacher ever, and she's the one who taught me about Nifty, brought up Nifty in the first place, and coached me to be able to go to the Nationals.
Cool. Well, tell us all about that.
Wow, what an awesome compliment, Edmund. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this is my 14th year teaching Nifty. We're thinking Shark Tank, but for kids.
Yeah.
And so it's been a passion of mine for 14 years. 7 years in a row, we've sent students to the national competition,
Wow.
which is mostly high school students. That says a lot more about them than it does
That's
about me as a
impressive.
teacher, because it's the work ethic that Admin has that
Yeah.
blows me away. So when I see him do his presentations and I see him talk about this, I'm over there like, wow, he is the one. And so he's a tough act to follow. I'm gonna miss him. I've hired him, in fact, to write stories about co-workers who have children who go to the school. We want
Yeah.
to make sure they get customized stories, because these are one of a kind.
Absolutely.
Each student, each child, each person is unique. He gives them something that captures their moment in time then, but something that's a keepsake. So it's
sure.
Teaching Nifty is a pleasure, but having students like him just kind of doubles that.
Where do you see you take yourself taking the business, Admin? What's your future goal, your vision, and beyond, literacy, helping kids? I mean, what bigger picture, what are you thinking?
I mean, I've been talking to some of my friends who live in other states, and one thing that I really, really want to do with What My Story is partner with schools.
Cool.
Because things I've been doing recently, mainly, is I've been applying for grants. Just recently, I got a $5,000 grant, so I'm planning on using that money to create free stories for this school. And I'm also trying to expand to some schools in New Jersey, and I just want to expand around Baltimore, and I just want to get What My Story around, well, not around the world. Maybe in the
why
future.
not,
Maybe
right?
in the future, yeah.
Yeah, think
around
big.
the world. But right now, I want to spread more around Maryland and maybe some surrounding states.
For those who haven't experienced this yet, how do they find you? How do they get their first story going?
You can visit the whatmystory.com webpage, and it should have everything you need there.
Okay, that's exciting. Thank you. Well, any last thoughts or questions?
I'm good.
Okay, awesome. Well, if you haven't been, again, check it out. I am going to get books for both Grady and Jackson, and I can't wait to share with everybody their reactions and just how much they're going to love the books as well. So make sure you check it out, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
See you.